Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's my favorite day of the week, New Comic Wednesday, baby. November 25th, 2020. I'm your host, Tony V. This is my co-host, Yogi Yogs. Let's get it started, Comic TV, baby. All right, so big fat comic day. Once again, I was not able to stay under my budget. Busted my budget and also buy comics throughout the week, and I got some in the mail, so I got a comic problem, y'all. But man, I got some really great stuff. This White Widow number 5, beautiful cover by El Garza. Benny Powell's doing the writing on this book. We got Awan Nazif doing the art inside. Of course, this title's created by Jamie Tyndall, a great cover artist in themselves. This El Garza cover, ooh-wee, super dope, and she's sitting there on the Chrysler building. Looks like that eagle's just kind of checking out the scents. Anyways, really cool cover, and another really cool new book. We got Kaiju Score number 1. We got James Patrick doing the writing on this, and the art and cover is by Rim Brew. And we've already got Sony acquiring the movie rights to this thing, and it's kind of Pacific Rim meets Ocean's 11. So kind of a cool concept. The art by Rim Brew is not what I really like normally, but it's kind of cool. And the first few pages of dialogue that I read were really fun and a little salty too. So definitely should check that out. There's a really nice 1 in 25 variant as well. Come on, Yogs. You all right, buddy? Yogi's back at the vet on Friday. He's got a little more blood in his urine. I didn't see any today, but yesterday evening, right before I came to work, I always give him a little cleanup after he goes to try to prevent these bladder infections, and it came back with a little blood on it. So, yeah, it's always something with this little guy, but I'm doing my best, and he's doing his best, and usually he's in good spirits, but he looks a little tired today, if I'm being honest. So I'll keep you updated on that. It kind of sucks to always have the thing you love most in the world always in jeopardy. So dealing with it as best I can. So we got the plot. Is that right side up? Yeah. The plot number 7 by Tim Daniel. And, you know, I don't know if I talked about this, Bleed Them Dry. Sorry about that. I got distracted with Yokes there. Bleed Them Dry. It's written by Elliot Ray Hall. We got Dyke Ruan doing the art and cover. And I haven't heard much pub on this, but I've been enjoying it. And what else do you want? You got ninjas, you got vampires. You know, come on. It's really good. Anyway, back to the plot number 7, written by Tim Daniel and Michael Morici. We got Joshua Hickson doing the art inside, but the reason it kept me going was this super dope Michael Sheehan, kind of an old storybook cover, and I really like that. And I've actually been enjoying this book, and it's only got one more left. But man, I almost had to make some hard decisions today. I really tried to stay under my budget, but man, it was hard. And there was other variants that they didn't get that I was looking for that I would have wanted too. So like that Werewolf by Night number 2 1 in 25 variant, or that Fantastic Four Antithesis 1 in 50 Russell Dodderman variant. Who's buying 50 issues of Antithesis? Not me, not me. So we got Something That's Killing the Children, and this is the foil cover. This is one of the local comic shop day entries, and I like that one so much I had to get it twice. But of course, James Tinian IV doing the writing on this book, and we got Werther Della Dera doing the art, and that foil cover is absolutely dope. I don't know about the long-term spec for these local comic shop days. I think it's decent if the title's decent, but I really like that one. I Walk with Monsters, a new title from Vault. That's Paul Cornell doing the writing on that. We got Sally Cantrino doing the art inside, and that's a Mirka Andolfo 1 in 15 variant. Very unusual premise for this. I really like it. It's a girl that goes around and looks for predators, and then the dude that she's with turns into a monster and kills him. So at least that's what I gathered from my quick thumb through the book. Next up, we got Vampirella 15. Christopher Priest is doing the writing. We got Matabek Musabekov doing the art, and that is a mouthful. And he's filling in for the artist Ergun Gunduz, which is also a mouthful, but their styles are very, very similar, so that's nice. I hate it when they have a drastic switch in artist before the story arc is done. We got some beautiful Peach Momoko cover there. She gets a lot of hate. She's a little overexposed, but that cover was sick. And I got the close-up version, the Final Order cutoff sneak peek a week or two ago that I showed you. There was a cover B by Perillo that I left on the shelf. Like I said, I had to make some tough choices today. Next up, we got Department of Truth, written by James Tynion. We got Martin Simmons doing the art on
the
that.
final days of Ashley Monster.
Holy crap. And we got us a Martin Simmons cover as well. This title by Tynion is super dope. And there was a 1 in 10 variant by Gorham that I would have liked to got, but they did not get it at my comic store. Only had a couple of issues of that on the shelf, surprisingly as hot as that is. But Ice Cream Man number 20, written by Maxwell Prince. We got Martin Morazzo doing the art, and that's the Seuss homage cover. And Maxwell Prince has just been doing a great job on this book. I buy it from time to time when the cover's good, but I don't normally enjoy horror. But this is kind of Twilight Zone horror, if that makes sense. Philadelphia number 10, Rodney Barnes doing the writing on this. I tried to drop this book with the ending of the first story arc, but man, they came out with the bang on the second, and I'm stuck. Jason Sean Alexander's art is absolutely beautiful, and we got us a beautiful J. Scott Campbell regular priced cover, which you don't see very often. And really not enjoying Campbell's art as much as I used to. I don't know if he's fallen off or if my tastes have evolved or what, but The Scumbag number 2, one of my favorite titles that came out today. I absolutely enjoyed the hell out of the first issue. Rick Remender, fantastic artist or writer. His run on Uncanny X-Force is unbelievable, and his 7 to Eternity, which is restarted as well, is super sick. And the Andrew Robinson art and cover on this is sick. Oh my gosh. This story is buck wild. It's like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas on steroids. It's nuts. You should check it out. I read the first one and went and got the 1 in 100 gold variant. That's how much I liked it. Next up, we got Spawn 312. This is the cover C by Tauntaun Revolver. What a cool name you got there, bro. McFarlane, of course, doing the writing. We got Carlo Barberi doing the art. And this is, right here is a local comic shop day cover D, I believe. And if you'll notice on the skyline here, all the comic shops that participated get a little shout out on that. Pretty cool. My Dark Side Comics, the local comic shop that I use and I really like, is on there, and definitely should check them out if you're in the Sarasota area. There's not a comic shop that can touch them within 50 miles, so you should definitely give them a look-see. So for Marvel, Daredevil number 24, we got Chip Zdarsky doing the writing, we got Mike Hawthorne doing the art, and Marco Cicchetto is doing the cover art on this. Marco Cicchetto and Mike Hawthorne have very similar art styles, which I like. I don't like it when you change artists drastically mid-arc, and I say that all the time, and it drives me crazy when that happens, or especially if it's the last issue of the arc. That drives me freaking insane! You awake over there, buddy? You all right over there? All right. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man 53. Thanks, Paul, for procuring this one for me. This is a 1 in 10 variant, and it's super sick. And a super hot variant cover is the only way you're going to get me to buy Spider-Man these days, because Nick Spencer's writing just drives me crazy. And Ryan Otley's art's not that great either, who is the usual artist. But on this issue, we got Federico Vicentini and Takeshi Miyazawa. It's a mouthful. Miyazawa was doing the art on Ghost Spider, and I haven't seen an issue from Ghost Spider in a while, so I don't know what happened to that book, but I was enjoying it. But Federici, this gamer variant is super sick, and it's hot on the eBay for about 20 to 25 bucks right now, and rising. X-Men 15. This is the Stormbreaker 1 per store variant by Carmen Carnero, and Jonathan Hickman does the writing on this book. We got Mahmoud Asrar doing the art, and this is number 20 in the X of Swords series of 22. Now, I was really enjoying X of Swords at the beginning, and I thought it was cool how every issue someone would have to get their sword somehow, which was basically their entry into the tournament. However, once the tournament began, it seemed that the swords had little, if anything, to do with the tournament. In fact, the tournament itself turned into sort of a farce, and I was not enjoying that. Well, let's pick back up, and it got gradually better, and the last one, Hellions, number 5, I believe, was super good, and you should check that issue out. It's crazy. And I've been getting good reviews on how this finishes up, so I got a little scared there for a minute that this story was going down the tubes, but it looks like we might be good. I really hope. Got a lot of comic dollars invested in that story. Excalibur number 15, written by Teenie Howard. We got Mahmoud Asrar and Stefano Caselli doing the art. This is a cover C, Iban Coelho X of Swords variant, number 21 of 22. And finally, we got number 22 of 22, X of Swords Destruction, written by Jonathan Hickman and drawn by the great Pepe Larraz, one of Marvel's greatest new artists. Was one of their young guns, which they're calling them the Stormbreakers now. But that crop of artists was great, and this new crop is fantastic too, man. Marvel's really grabbing some good artists. Not to mention Peach Momoko on the covers, and I think she'll be doing interiors too. So we'll see. Don't always like her work, and I feel like she's overexposed, but when she's good, she's great. The Batman the White Knight from DC. This is Harley Quinn number 2. Sean Murphy's doing the writing on this. We got Katana Collins doing the writing as well. And we got us Matteo Scalera doing the art and cover on this book. And also on the cover, you're going to get the first appearance of a character called Starlet. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we got The Last God number 10, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. We got Ricardo Farici doing the art, and every month getting a Kai Carpenter cover. And I can't wait to read this in trade form so I can really, my mind can be a little more cohesive on the story and what's going on, because it parallels 2 stories and it's easy to get mixed up. At least it is for me. We got Multiverse Who Laughs number 1, written and drawn by assorted artists and writers, and I just got it because of this Simone Bianchi cover. I think they milked this titty dry a long time ago from all this multiverse stuff, and I feel like a lot of Snyder's stuff lately just throws everything at the wall, and I'm tired of it, man. You know, there's enough of a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Next up, we got the Recount number 1. Jonathan Hendricks doing the writing on this. Gabrielle Ibarra is doing the art and cover. And this actually came out last week, but I wasn't able to grab it. And so I went and picked it up after hearing some really good reviews. Normally stay away from the political stuff, but I was happy to see, at least for now, it's not partisan. You really don't know what party is going after what party. So that's good. It's kind of a scary premise, and it makes you hope people don't get ideas, but I don't like my comics to be too polarizing politically. You know, I've enjoyed some comics in the past, like the X-Men, where they use the race thing and the mutant thing as a metaphor, and that was excellent. But sometimes it can be a little bit mean-spirited these days, if you know what I mean. That's 2 copies I had to grab at that. There's also a Scarface 1 in 10 variant that I have not been able to get yet. There's a really low print run Alan Qua variant that's dope, and it's going for about $80, $90 on eBay, so I won't be getting that one, but I do have the ash can on the way. And if you don't know what an ash can is, that's like a little preview of the comic book. So if you're looking for first appearances, that's the firstest you can get. So the rest of these books will be books that should have came out last week. My comic store was missing a box. Another reason why my comic bill was so high today. But Ice Cream Man, that's number 21, and that is the Andrea Sorrentino variant cover, and it was dope. And I read the story inside, and it's really good as well. And this Mark book, this is Mark number 9, and it's by Brian Haberline, and there's a lot of controversy. I don't really understand why, but he painted that and almost directly copied somebody's photograph. It's just a photograph and a pose, but it was a redheaded girl doing the same thing, but she looks totally different, hair similar, but she didn't have tattoos, but everybody hated on him about it. But I like it, and it's doing pretty good on the eBay, so I grabbed it. And I also grabbed this Aquaman 65, which I believe is the last of either that story arc, but I think the whole series. And there's some more goings on with Aquaman's daughter, and that whole story arc closes up pretty nicely. But I got it mainly for that Middleton cover, which is beautiful. And I promised to show you these Catwoman Jenny Friesen covers. She's been doing a run of these Friesen covers, and they've all been sick so far. And I think there's another dope one coming out soon, as well as the Wonder Woman Future State one that looks dope too. So you can still pre-order that Future State stuff. I know, I'm not always excited about change, but some of this stuff might be good, and you might be wishing you grabbed it later once the price hikes up on them. Like all Miles Morales, all Jane Foster Thor. So, do what you gotta do. So this is the second print of Darth Vader number 6, the first cover appearance of Ochia Bestoon, a Sith assassin. which is really cool. And I think this character has legs. I really enjoyed the design of this character too. Speaking of which, I have the character design variant on the way in the mail. Should be showing you by next week. I was hoping to get it by now, but not quite. I feel like the mail's running slow. Maybe it's just me. So actually, let me show you the trade dress first. This is Punchline number 1, and this is an homage of the Alex Ross first continuity appearance of Harley Quinn. And Nathan Zerdy's art does not really resemble Alex Ross's normally, but he did a great job on this cover to really homage that Alex Ross cover. And I loved the origin of Punchline. I think this character has legs. I think you should be grabbing all of the incentive variants of Punchline and early appearances and first ongoings and first covers and all of that. And I managed to get the virgin copy of this, or not quite virgin, what do they call that, minimal. And let's see, let me pull this down. Almost finished up here. Got a few more books to show you. This is the 1 in 25 design variant that I got in the mail. I've already got one of those, so I thought I needed another one. And they took so long to send me that, I think maybe they threw this in for free. And this is by Ryan Perot, Mighty Morphin number 1. And I don't normally enjoy the Power Rangers book. I did like the Dan Mora one-shot recently that they did. The Ranger Slayer was excellent. And I really like this one, and being that I don't know a lot of the Power Rangers lore, I was able to follow this book really nicely, and I think it's a good jumping on point for a lot of new Rangers people, so check that out. Now, this is a 7/16 of 1500 made of this Gabrielle Delato Venom number 30. I really love this cover. I'm a little Venomed out on the covers. You know, there's always a ton of Venom covers, but this Delato one, I couldn't pass it up. Delato's been doing a lot of work on black canvas, and I liked it for a while, but I'm ready for him to give it a rest and get back to his more traditional stuff. Kind of like Frank Cho fell in love with all that cross-hatching stuff, and now all of his pictures look like the way you draw on the back of a dollar bill or something. Come on, man. He used to draw the biggest, sexiest covers. Used to get a lot of heat for it too, but I wish he'd get back to his roots. This is Superboy number 9. This is the first appearance of King Shark. The heat on this book is kind of died just a little bit, that you can sneak in and grab these books, but that character could be hot. Suicide Squad's been delayed so long, along with Wonder Woman. You can kind of jump in and grab those spec books that might be too hot to get in a normal season. Herogasm, this is going to be adapted by HBO. Of course, everybody's been loving season 1 and season 2 have been fantastic, and I hear they're going to do an adaptation of this Herogasm, which is hard to believe because this thing is so adult, so out of control. It's hard to believe they could do an R plus version of this, but they've done a great job of handling some really intense subject matter on HBO, so we'll see how that continues to do. But I managed to pick up 4, 5, and 6 at cover price. I've got number 1, maybe number 2, so I'm trying to complete that run of 6. And then, of course, with Oscar Isaacs being signed as Moon Knight, all things Moon Knights are really hot right now. I can't wait to see how that series turns out. I hope to do a more traditional Moon Knight than the later volumes have been freaking odd. But anyway, the original Moon Knight, it's fantastic. That is the first ongoing series by Mike Zeck, and that thing's really heated up. It's hard to find that for less than $60, but I got that one for $20, and it's in really nice condition. I could find 2 spine ticks, and that's it. Gabrielle Delato, Moon Knight number 27, strictly a cover buy, and I absolutely love that, and I always try to find Delato's early work. And then I got a couple of Star Wars spec books right here. Star Wars number 1 of 6 of Outlander. I got these for cover price, or less than cover price, so I picked up 2 of them, and it is the first appearance of a character called Aura Singh Dark, which is really cool, and she had her own little mini-series in the Star Wars lore. We got Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, the first appearance of Samuel L. Jackson character, it slips my mind, and Darth Maul, although not in an original story arc. And we got Knights of the Republic number 40. We got the first evil Darth Malak, and just a couple more books to show you. We got Wonder Woman number 9. And as I said, this speculation has kind of simmered down just a little bit with the delay of the movie, but that's the first appearance of Barbara Minerva as the Cheetah, and I got that for $20. And this book is super hot right now. So I guess they've somehow the speculators have ascertained that Darkhawk is going to be part of the Marvel Universe and going to be in some upcoming movies. I think because of the toys coming out, there was some licensing stuff that got exposed. So it looks like Darkhawk's going to be part of the Marvel Universe, Marvel movie universe, and his books are heating up. So those people that have been hoarding those Darkhawk #1s for ages and ages, man, you might finally get your payoff and finally put your kid through school. This one is the first preview appearance in this Marvel age, and already the last 3 sales on eBay average about $70 a piece. And this one's in beautiful condition. I got it for $20. And lastly, DC Future State came out today, and there was a black border cover that goes for about $50. I think that was 1 per store, but these are free, and these preview the Future State titles coming up, so might be some good speculation opportunity. So I was able to grab 2 of those, and if I can grab some more, I will. And hey, it's not too late to order your Future State books. I don't like change either, but you know, I've been surprised before, like Miles Morales, like Thor. You know, they're not always just trying to do a race or gender change on your character. Sometimes there's a good story involved, and you might check it out. And if you don't get in early, you're going to be paying big bucks for it later. Riri Williams is another one, man. I really enjoyed that title, and I was resistant to it at first, but you know, some of these you might give a chance, and if they suck, kick them to the curb. But you don't want to be chasing. And there's a Jenny Friesen of that Wonder Woman coming up. There's that Cover B Teen Titans of Mr. X that looks super sick. So you know, check it out, do your homework, and make your best buying decisions. Hey, also, if you could do me a favor, I don't do a Patreon or anything like that, but if you could look down and hit that like button, it really helps this channel out. It really helps my channel be shared more, and helps grow my channel. I'm almost up at 200 subscribers, and I just been hovering around there forever. So if I can get that bumped up, it'd help me out. And hey, I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a happy holidays with your friends and loved ones, and we'll see you next time on Comic TV.